Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Yellow Jackets offense will go on the attack first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Will be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up.
Hold on, bro. Wow. How did he go to?
Ball on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's King. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert. Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the marker. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for a man, it's King. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's King. Finds a spot in the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. On the run, it Smothers. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Scott. At the 20, he's got space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incomplete.
Pick off to stop the threat. Inside the 50. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football. Now big yardage on the return. What a play there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's King. Immediately fires to the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Line gets set, 1st down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Complete on the comeback. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The looking for a score. Trying to run, it's Haynes. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
But this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Handoff to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Wilson will throw. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
With the catch, it's Anderson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson to pass. He's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A great catch and run for 6.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Grimes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wilson will throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He's going to go inside. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was...
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get... There he goes! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Snags it over the middle. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quick handoff. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wilson to pass. And wings it incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, NC State. And the stomping has commenced. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Vanderbilt. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's King. Under fire. Hauls it in. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself its first down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Escapes trouble. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high indeed. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wilson will throw. Here's the pressure. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Using his legs, it's Scott. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We reached the break. It's NC State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the single back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. And another Wolfpack. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the route is on. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Gives it on the option. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be third and short from their own 33. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Yellow Jackets will have it first and 10. He'll try the right side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll run for it on third and short. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. Back to pass, it's King. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense.
Breaks into the open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. There's time on the clock. Keep trying to score.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the...
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's King. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the first down. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan.